Welcome, everybody. Episode 52 of the Rap K podcast. As always, I am Chris Platty, a.k.a. Platty Pods, with my dogs. Bryce must be nice. I got Zay. I got Birdie, holding it down. Big AP on the ones and twos.
Yes, sir.
Switching the cameras. I could tell because he was posing for the camera.
You can tell because I'm switching the cammers. You can tell by the way I'm hitting
Man,
pose.
switch the motherfucking cameras this episode, man. Come on, man.
It's only my third day out here. Chill out,
I'm
man.
tired of talking to the background, man. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you.
But man, listen. First of all, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's help this channel grow. I was told that you got to do that at the beginning of videos. So like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, shout out to our beautiful guests in the building as well. We got a big week. We got a Playboy Cardi drop. We got a big drop. We got news from Drake because we couldn't go a podcast without talking about Drake, Kendrick, or J. Cole. So we had to keep up the quota. We're back, baby. Ian responding to Tyler in a freestyle. We got a whole bunch of stuff. But Doechii Industry Plant. Yeah, Actually, no. We gotta start with this. We gotta start with the fact that this guy Kanye keeps getting wrong numbers. How is this possible? Have you guys seen this? He's been getting all these fake numbers from people. I think it was, was it? I'm blanking on it now. I think there was Joe Rogan one time. He thought he was texting Joe Rogan, and then the other one was it wasn't Big X the Plug, right? It was somebody, and it's that's not me, yay, or some shit like that. And then all the way back to Freddie Gibbs when he thought he was DMing Freddie Gibbs. Dude, this guy Kanye, I don't understand how this guy is it's up there with Braun, in terms of the lies. Oh yeah, it was Dave Blunt's, yeah. Dave Blunt's was
No, that shit was funny as hell because
Yeah.
he goes, what's this I hear about an allegation? Da da da. He goes, yay. That's not me. That's Drewski.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. If anything, that's is there a term for there's homophobic stuff. Is there a term for people that are hating against fat people or discriminating against fat
phobic, yeah.
Fat phobic? Is that fat phobic that he accused Jay?
I know that's insulting to Drewski.
He would say who for who now?
He mistook Dave Bloods for Drewski. If I was Drewski, I'd be hot. I'd be like, all right, I got some.
All right, that's enough. That is enough.
I'd get to the gym immediately. Nothing would motivate me more than being compared to Dave Blunt's.
Yeah, because he goes, delete my trainer's number. And he's like, this is Dave Blunt's. And he goes, oh, how much weight have you lost since you started with my trainer?
Leave this man alone, bro. What y'all keep messing with people for?
Yeah, then he's tweeting. Yeah, he's tweeting all sorts of wild stuff. We ain't gonna.
I was saying because we got new Kanye tweets today, didn't we? About how the fact he's like, why is Kendrick Lamar on Playboy Cardi shit?
Well, yeah, because after a week of him tweeting it's Gemini season and all that, he had to flip up because he has to always attack the thing that's liked.
Yeah.
He attacked Drake when Drake was liked. Now that Drake's not liked, I want Drake to speak at my funeral. As
a member of the Gemini delegation, we have already decided we're going to trade Kanye for whatever 7th round pick we can get for him.
We're going to trade him for the Lions kicker. Shout out Jake Bates.
Yo, I know the Lions just signed Kyle Allen. Kyle Allen, if you want to be part of the Gemini Club, we will trade you for Kanye right now. There's not an issue. There's no problem. Free and easy.
Free and easy.
Luka for AD.
Luka for... That's crazy.
Speaking of the Lions, shout out Jalen Reed, man. We just picked him up too, man.
Yeah, dude. Shout out, dude. That was fucking, dude. After losing CD, I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was
really,
yeah. I trust Brad Holmes, but this ain't a sports podcast. But I trust Brad Holmes, but it felt good when I saw okay, we got DJ Reed. That's basically same thing, maybe even better for cheaper. Yeah. I'm rocking with it. Lions are gonna be back, baby. Speaking of backs. This cop, did you guys see the music video?
I did see this.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
This girl is a police officer in New York, right? I think.
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah.
And she was in a music video, dancing to the music, and she got let go of her job. How we feel about it?
I'm gonna tell you this.
Should she have gotten fired?
I mean, it's valid, but she had yams. I can't even hold you.
Yeah. Hey, guilty is
She
charged.
was yummy, bro. Oh my God, Miss Lady, if you don't, I mean, you obviously, you know, you need a job, so you might as well go ahead and hit up your boy who had you on the video, looking for a full-time job or something like that. But
Listen, I
man,
could
Miss
see
Lady,
she was like a school teacher or some shit, but
Yeah.
be a police officer is like, y'all really need
they've
no
done
image.
worse.
Yeah.
Y'all out here slamming niggas and shit. Like, you can't shake a little bit of ass on it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
All I know is that she could take a bullet. She got the cushion to handle
It'd
it.
be one thing if she first of all, I was satisfied with the artistic direction of the music video.
Right.
But
Sure you were.
but I will say that when it came to that situation, it's like I feel like the only way you could actually legit fire her is if she was like if there was actual like crimes and stuff happening, because otherwise that's just her fucking free time.
exactly.
That's just
It's
her.
just a hobby.
Yeah, like,
You know what I'm saying?
like
Shake
I
a
get
little
it.
ass.
Some people build
Little
ships
spare
and
time
bottles.
type
Some
shit.
some people
Some
shake
people
ass.
said
This
she
is
should have
what
got fired just because the song was so bad.
that I can agree with that.
That part.
Let me ask you this, bro. That woman,
Yeah, that shit is kind of like crazy. Like, bitches just shake ass for any nigga rapping. Like, this song be ass for real. Like, and you just throwing it.
Let me ask y'all this though. So if
promise you she could have been
if
a
she
different
didn't
music
get
video.
fired, and she come up to you and try and check you and arrest you or something like that, you what then? You take it'll be a little weird to be like, wait a minute, I saw you on that one video. She sitting there to arrest you.
Cause she might be.
I'm not
trying to
taking that
you.
arrest
Yeah,
seriously.
I'm not
Well-
worried about her shaking no ass. I'm not thinking about
Yeah.
that.
The
nigga.
only
I'm
reason
trying
it's
to
weird
go to
because the song's so ass though. Like, yo, you didn't at least upgrade to like a D level rapper?
Yeah, I don't know
I don't know who that was. Who?
It was
y'all
no
know
one
who that
knows
was?
who. It was some random.
Yeah, it was so random. Hey, shout out to him though. His video's going fucking viral off of it. That's
The song
marketing.
is still
That's
trash
marketing.
though.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to do shit.
Yeah. No, all
I
he had to
don't
do.
even remember the song, so I gotta go.
I don't
back
remember
and-
what
I don't
the song-
understand how the 7 people watching this figured out that she was a cop. I don't understand.
Bro, the internet
that
is
part.
wild, bro. They can find anything.
Yeah, but like I don't know.
To take the time to even look into it is crazy.
yeah, it's crazy. Like
Somebody had to be like, this bitch arrested me last week.
Because
That's
the
what it
only
is.
people that watched it were who she shared it with. It's not like the rapper actually got any clout.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, actually, that's a very valid point. That's a very valid point. Yeah, I
Gooners.
don't know.
Real gooners.
Goon shit.
I never even thought about it like that, but you're right.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we probably should transition this off the last topic. But
That is a terrible transition if you're about to go to that next thing. That's,
yeah,
wild.
Yeah, because Bryce has my notes. I have my notes in front of me, so Bryce sees what I see. Yeah, Drewski's got a weird case. Why is he around? Like that shit is so crazy. We didn't talk about it. I think it broke like right after we recorded last episode, or maybe we just did talk about it. But
I think it was like Sunday.
yeah,
It was after, yeah.
yeah, but Drewski was allegedly in 2018 with Odell Beckham was involved in a Diddy party, which he has like confirmed to be like attended 2 Diddy parties, but allegedly he oiled the girl down and used her as a slip and slide. And I just want to say, believe all women, but not that one, because ain't no way Drewski used her as a slip and slide.
So, Drewski came out and said, I wasn't even famous at
Yeah.
the time. So there's a whole
that
thing
part
about
makes
it.
sense.
But the fact that there is a legal court document that's this lady says, I was crushed because I was used as a slip and slide by Drewski is by far the bingo card I was not expecting for 2025. That shit is hilarious. That's so funny. Also,
Distinguished panel, do we think?
I love how Odell Beckham got brought into this too. We all know how he liked to, let a little thing get him into a shitty situation every now and then. So,
Oh, what was that? I don't remember. I
Odell,
know.
there's the lady who said that she got called by Odell Beckham to come to the place, and that Odell Beckham wanted her to shit on his chest. So, already
You got
Odell
it.
Beckham is already like, of all the names to throw out, it tracks.
Motherfucker's a sick
Dude,
dog.
yeah, that's crazy.
Bro,
But
are niggas in Hollywood this fucking bored? Like, come on now.
playing with Dookie.
God damn, bro.
I'm just saying.
Y'all
bro.
niggas can't just have regular intercourse, bro. You gotta fucking have somebody shit on your chest, cuz. Come on,
That's
bro.
fucking- what do you even do with it afterwards?
So what happened was
real?
he
Doing
played
this
for
shit?
he played for the Browns and he really wanted to get a Cleveland Steamer.
Oh my god,
God, Bryce.
That's so crazy.
Birdie, you got anything to add on this Drewski? Or are we just moving on? We're just moving on. We can
He don't want to.
we can move on,
He
Cole.
doesn't
We
wanna
can move on. Tell me to go.
I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to touch it either. It's still smoke coming off of the pile. So
Jesus.
I mean,
God damn.
We are gonna get to important stuff. I promise. One more non-important thing before we get to it, because I'm gonna skip the other thing. Ian responded. Ian responded to Tyler. Ian responded to Tyler in his freestyle, and basically he said,
This shit was ass.
"Yeah, he said, you know,
That
I would
shit
never
was
try to
straight
mock. I would
garbage.
never try to mock Future. I just kept my mouth shut because something not human. I don't remember the other part, but basically just I want to actually give him his props because I think
Chris,
it was.
come on now, don't
I
make me.
think
I'll
it was
leave right
absolute
now, bro.
garbage. It was absolute garbage song. That was fucking terrible beat, terrible flow, by the way. And at the same time, he did what other people like Tommy Richmond, like Macklemore, did not do. And that is talk. Tyler made the accusation like, hey, that's fucking weird that this white boy from the suburbs sounds like Future. And I'm with that. I'm not saying Tyler didn't make a valid point. But for him to not fire back the way he did and just respond on a little and just give a little bar, the bar isn't that deep. It isn't nothing, but it came off decently respectful. I'll just say I've seen white people handle the white person in hip hop way worse than he did. So I'll give him that.
Bro, you can't give him that. He literally got on a track and said nothing, pretty much, and you're giving him like, okay, yeah, at least you said something. Don't say shit at all, bro.
Well, that was the thing is that he didn't fire back right away. He had a song where, again, that freestyle, he's not saying shit, whatever. But when it came to that, it was just like I would never try to mock Future, and he left it at that, and he kind of kept it respectful. And I just feel like you have the Tommy Richmonds being like, I'm not hip hop, and you have like the Macklemore like posting the Kendrick apology. Like you just, I've seen white people in the hip hop space handle it worse. So I'm not saying that.
I'm gonna borrow
Ian's
this from
fine.
the Chappelle show. Ian make Macklemore look like Malcolm X.
Mackla X.
Mackla X.
Mackla X is crazy. But no, am I tripping, Brady? Like, I feel like it wasn't nothing. First of all, the criticism was what it was, but like at the same time, I feel like we've just seen people crash out worse over it than he did. So
Right. Yeah, and he probably did it in the best way possible, you feel me? Like, he really could just went on the ground, went on Twitter, went on anything, typed the whole paragraph, or went on fucking
Just did
IG
too much.
Live and just, did the most. But, feel me, a line or two, like, that's exactly how I feel like you should respond to anything like that. And
Yeah.
if he said what you paraphrasing, then I think that's the smartest move for sure.
yeah, no, it was basically Chris. Actually, if you can, real quick, do you think you could find the lyrics or not really that fast?
Maybe, but I
I don't think you could that fast. I am paraphrasing, but I feel I would never try to mock Future.
And then
Something
something
that
about
was
not responding, and that's not human, or something like
Yeah,
that.
but I couldn't not respond because that's not human or something like that. I think and he just kept it like that. Like he just said like, look, I'm not trying to mock Future. He didn't go into depth with it. Yeah.
Out of here, though. Niggas be hating on Ian for no
But do you
reason.
think he's
He
not
said-
trying? Do you think he's not trying to mock Future and Gucci?
No, I think he's-
because
No,
honestly,
he
the
not.
more I listen to him,
he not.
his sound
No,
and
he
his
don't.
style of music is almost
No, I think
is kind of similar to
everybody-
Okay, all right, no, I got some questions for you. Are you telling me that white people don't do drugs?
What is this nigga
Are
rapping
you
have to do
telling
with
me
drugs?
white people don't
What does
do
it have to
drugs?
do with drugs?
Because I listen to his music and he talk about drugs. Are you telling me? Because they saying he sound like Gucci and Future because he rap about drugs. He rap about being crispy fucking bitch doing all this, that, and the third. Like, I guess niggas do. But if you really think about it, he just doing shit that
Just saying
all
it just to
guys
say
do,
it.
period.
And
Like,
Future got a million kids, so like if you know, like
Your
in
mother
terms
is
of
a
rap.
hoe.
he don't sound nothing like Future
So-
whatsoever.
So I got it. Yeah, because
I
I've
have
always,
Don't have
pulled
the
up here.
same type
I've
flows
always kind of
whatsoever.
compared him. I've always compared him to more like the other realm, like the Cardi, the Yeats, like that. Like
So what I'm saying is, do white people not do drugs? Do white people not want to be fucking crispy sometimes? do white people not
We
want
try.
to be fresh? Do white
We
people
try.
not want to pull up in a sweet ass car? Do white people not like what is like he doing that's just so different than what all people do? Period.
What I'm saying that he's doing is he's kind of, it's almost, I know he's not meaning to do this. He's looking for a way to get a bag
Listen,
and make money and
on
get
top
hoes
of the
and
fact,
fuck
you listen
clothes,
to his lyrics,
fuck
he don't even
clothes.
be talking about killing niggas or nothing like that. All he talk about is like drugs, being crispy, fucking hoes. That's shit that all dudes do. Period. Not niggas. Dudes, boys,
Let me ask you
man, this is shit that we all do. Period. So I'm trying to figure out how is he fucking sounding like Future or Gucci, when he just sound like all of us. He sound like everybody in the fucking all dudes in the fucking world. I don't understand it. It's not like he like I'm about to run up and
Alcohol
blow
and
your
drugs,
shit
dude.
back.
I'm
I'm about to come take all your fucking money like this, that. Like, bro, he not even saying nothing like that. He just talking about regular shit. I don't understand how he sound like.
I want to be fair. So this is the actual bar, and then we'll get off of it. Back then, I really loved Odd Future because Tyler's an Odd Future. I never sat down trying to mock Future. That's what it. I didn't want to show no disrespect, so I kept my mouth shut, and that's not human. Like I feel like that's
actually a great response.
that's
if you ask
yeah.
me.
That's like again.
That's
maybe
a great
want,
press release, but that's a terrible bar.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not a
I don't know how
a
he
bar,
flowed
but
it, so because him just reading it,
Yeah,
like,
it
they
was
don't
like-
do it no justice.
Yeah, I
so
didn't
Back
do
then, I
no-
really, he said, back then I really love Odd Future, and something, I didn't respond. That's not human. Like it kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, I never sat down trying to mock Future. I didn't want to show no disrespect, so I kept my mouth shut, and that's not human. So, yeah, like
Listen, I'm backing Ian all the way on this one.
Yeah.
He definitely he's just doing his own thing, and niggas be hating because he white.
I mean,
God.
I'm also not bagging him because who the fuck is Ian? Who the fuck
Why
cares
does that
about
matter?
Ian?
Why does that matter?
Why
does
who the
that
fuck
matter?
matters
Why does
about
that matter?
him?
Tell me why that matter. I want to know. Why does it matter?
So
You
now
don't
it
know
don't
who
matter?
Ian is.
No, I'm saying I know who he is, but I'm like, why do we care about him? Why does actually anyone care about him?
Shit, he's just like one up and coming artist. You know how people just get to talking.
I-
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, maybe this the old head me. I'm like, bruh, I don't even care about this little ass beef for him. I don't consider him a real artist. I don't know if we've I've seen the stuff about him. I've been listening to shit, but it's just like, are people taking him that seriously for real?
Hey,
he's got
your favorite
does-
rapper
He's got a
always said
following.
something about him, so hey,
That's
he
fair.
must be that important.
That's
for him
that's
to
a
say
very
something about
that's a
him.
very fair point. Let's
Is it though?
no, that's a fair point. Someone like Tyler's mentioning you. I mean,
Tyler is mentioning it because Tyler feels like the rap community now is being disrespected. He feels Tyler
For
feels
sure.
that he is
He's not-
disrespecting
he's
the
not
culture.
shouting them out
That's
like, hey,
why.
shout out this
He's not
guy,
like,
but-
oh man, he put out this
but he's
hard
still-
ass beat.
but he's
He's
still
saying
recognizing
this is being
He's big enough to
disrespected.
get his name mentioned by Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
So that's all.
Because Tyler the Theater actually is a nerd and a dork about this rap shit. He's not just like, oh yeah, I do this just to get some money.
Hating, bro. You can't tell me he's not hating because what? Because the thing he said was he sound like Gucci. He trying to mock Gucci in the future. How? Tell me how.
And I think this goes to the point though of the passing of the torch in hip hop, because hip hop is always a young man's game. So it's always about to be like, yo, you ain't gonna be 40 years old unless you like Drake or Kendrick or like Jay-Z like at the top. It's always the youngest people who actually have the fucking clout. So realistically, Tyler's looking at this like, yo, is this who you passing the torch to? Is this that next generation for me? Because Tyler getting up there too now. Tyler about to be an old head in the span of hip hop. A hip hop career only lasts realistically. Like think about Ludacris. Ludacris was one of the top rappers for all of 3 albums, and then that's spanned him 7 years, and now he an old head. So it's not like in hip hop where you can just be out here for like 40 years because hip hop's not even that old.
Listen. There was nobody in the fucking world who was looking at Ian like this guy is about to be the next face of fucking hip hop.
No, he's just an artist with buzz.
Nobody
that got noticed.
He's another artist that's about to come and go. We all know it. We all know how this is about to go.
But I
He's
think
about
that's
to be-
what. But I think that's what Tyler's trying to get into the fact. He's like, yo, is this what the next generation gonna be trying to do? He was not trying to talk to Ian specifically. I think he was talking about more so.
That's out of his control. It don't even matter. If you want to complain about that, that's fine. But all I'm saying is, I'm going off the point that he keep trying to say. Well, not keep trying to say, but he said that Ian's trying to mock Gucci and Future, and I just think that's stupid. That's stupid because I listen to Ian music and he don't even rap how they be rapping.
Right. So I think, well, to me, what Tyler was saying when he came back at him, he wasn't trying to say like, yo, I'm about to diss this dude. He's trying to say, yo,
Use him as like an example of the problem.
Yeah, is this
in
what
his eyes.
is this what the future's about to be? Where just got motherfuckers from the suburbs coming and trying to like, and again, I agree with you. I don't necessarily think he sounds like them, but still trying to like try to take that style and make their own thing. Is that what the future's being? That's what. To me, when Tyler responded at first, that's what it sounded like to me. What he was saying is like, "Yo, is this the revolution?"
What, like motherfuckers capping?
Yeah,
Shit, because Tyler Creator be capping. He came up capping. That was like literally like one of his mates. He used to say some outrageous shit that you know he wouldn't do. Like we all done listen to him do it. So it's
That's
like,
fair.
Yeah.
If he lived his raps, that would be very
you know what I'm
problematic.
saying? Like that would
I-
be very fucking
problematic.
insane if Tyler Creator was actually doing some of the shit he was rapping about.
You're not wrong about that at all.
That's
The
a
only
great
difference
point.
I will say with that, not trying to, I'm not fucking glazing Tyler in this,
And
but
I'm a Tyler fan. I
But
know
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
But like Tyler also was very adamant about the fact that he was playing a character rather than that was the entire thing. Wolf Haley was
Well,
the
that's how you
character.
get
Bro,
out of
he
it.
looked like a fucking character. You remember the fucking picture that went viral? What was the picture where he had like the button up? He was in the shorts and shit.
Oh yeah,
He looked like a character, like for real.
yeah,
did.
exactly.
He
Smart,
did.
that's smart as hell. If you ask me.
All right, we got plenty of ways we taste. We got three big topics on today's show. We got Drake's IG post that was very cryptic. We got
topic.
We got Doechie's industry plant that's been making the turns. We got new music, Cardi, and some other very small drops we probably won't touch on too much. We'll just kind of highlight them. But gentlemen, where we want to go? Do we want to start with new music? It was a big release, or do we want to save that for the end? What are you guys feeling?
you the host. You the host, dude. What do you want to do?
Let's do Cardi. Let's do Cardi. Let's do Cardi. Let's talk about the new music. Big drop, one of the biggest drops this year, and arguably Cardi. I Am Music been teased for over a year now. There was obviously a lot of hype and anticipation in the Playboy Cardi album.
Because wasn't it Christmas that the last one came out?
Yeah, it was Christmas of 2020. Yeah. So that was Whole Lotta Red. So this is his follow-up to that. Coming into it, what were your expectations, and how did you guys feel about the album?
I mean, it's a funny thing for me because I feel like every Cardi album gives you a little bit of something different. I think that the way that he's trying to explain musically with the way he flows, the way he sounds, it's always a little bit more experimental. So it's like you can't come in expecting Magnolia. If you do that, you're going to be upset. But I do think that I was kind of like, okay, I want to see what the pulse is for him right now, what he thinks that next wave is. It's interesting because of the way he did his features to me more than anything else. How he got like, yo, I'm not just going to have Kendrick on a song. I'm going to have him on 3. I'm not just going to have Future on 1 song. I'm going to have him on 2. I'm going to have, Yachty on 2. Like, he really wanted to get the features and everything kind of mixed in. You could tell that even though you would think that he's been, like, recording this since Whole Lotta Red, it really does feel like he's like, no, this is the moment right now. He's like put this all together in the past, like, maybe 6 months or so and really said, like, this is what I think the next wave is. So, to me, it was interesting, if nothing else, just to see what his thought on the pulse of where the next phase of music is going to go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Chris, how'd you feel about it?
he definitely has like that. I mean, that's pretty true because like pretty much every Cardi album that comes out, you see how it like a lot of music kind of shifts in a way. Like there is that the people adapt to that style because I feel like he's the real like gap bridger between like Gen Z and then like the new generation below or whatever. You know what I mean? Because he's like pretty much our age. You know what I mean? Or he's the same age as you, middle-aged planet.
Middle aged. Yeah, he's middle aged. He's getting old. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, look, overall, I thought it was good. It had moments, but I think it was a little too bloated. There was I think he could have chopped it in half. Yeah, well, I mean, it's 30 songs.
30
It's
songs.
30 songs. I don't want 30 songs from anybody.
And like we had one of the songs that it came out like a year ago.
I knew you was gonna say that. That's why I should have said something. Right,
So we had a couple of songs that were kind of like mild that were released like a couple of years ago that some got left off, some got put on the album. That's the thing though. How do we feel about a 30-track album? Like we were joking about it before the pod started. Like, yo, we got through like a couple Tarantino movies and the album was still playing.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll go because you should close this because this is this is
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I want to hear your take.
yeah,
at
this
the
is your time to shine because there's nothing like a Cardi drop that makes me feel old. Like Cardi is so interesting to me because he is the person that I will undeniably recognize that so many people I respect their music opinion have him in such high regard. And I don't think he's ass, by the way. I just don't think it matches the hype. But that was interesting coming into it because the one thing I said was I don't think this album is going to flop. I think if you're asking in terms of fan bases, like general fans, obviously every fan group has stans, but every artist has stans. But generally speaking, Cardi, I feel like it's impossible for him to flop. Like he had the weight of the world expectation wise, but I also think in the same token, his fans were never going to be disappointed with whatever
This
they
is going to be a #1 album in the country. Bar
No,
none.
no,
Like,
for sure.
Guaranteed.
For sure. But I'm just talking in terms of like his core fans. Like I think he's like that. I think Kendrick's like that. I think there's certain artists that where your fan base will almost no matter what you do, rock with it. And so he's got that. So I respect that because that's like a really rare and powerful thing in hip hop to have, or just in music in general. So I think I think, you know, it's not for me. I like Cardi in doses. I like him as a feature. I think he adds electricity to a song, but I don't think that I don't want an album, especially a 30-song album, where he does have a lot of features, don't get me wrong, and those are my high points. I thought also another thing of Cardi that's like a term of respect is that you can see these features, shout out Future. These features showed their ass off on this project. Like they want
to rap. They really want to show up for him.
Doug came and slid. Ty came and slid. Future came and slid. Kendrick came and slid. Like everybody, Uzi.
They want to show out.
Uzi got me nostalgic.
Skepta even had a good verse.
Like that's what I'm saying. So you could tell. Sometimes you could tell an artist is really him by the way their features approach the record.
By the way that people move around.
Yeah. So I think look, not for me. I'm not gonna listen to outside of. There's a few solo Cardi songs I like on this, but for the most part, my favorite songs are the ones that have features because I like him in doses because I don't get enough from him in like a 3-4 minute song. I don't get enough from him.
So here's my question for you then.
And production.
Because you're talking about it and you're talking about the length of the album. Do you think that Cardi did a disservice to himself by releasing such a long album?
No.
As opposed to breaking it up? Like if he would have dropped 3 albums over the course of, let's just say, the next 9 months, do you think it would have done better?
I think I would have liked it more, but my opinion doesn't matter. Like when it comes to Cardi, Cardi fans waited 5 years. If you gave them 8 songs, they'd be fucking pissed.
Right, he said his opinion no matter. Listen, let me tell you why I know, because Cardi is always in the moment, right now type person. So if he dropping, let's say 10 songs, 3 albums out of them 30 songs, some of them songs might not fit where Cardi is at in his present time and
that's one thing I think I brought up before. It's like, yo, this very much did not feel like I've been working on this for 5 years. It was almost like these past 3 to 6 months is like, now I'm ready to get back in the booth. this is what I feel.
Yeah.
But I do want to
Yeah,
hear about
well,
what you want to say about the
And
album.
plus, he's talked about also how like he freestyles everything because like pretty much it's like homage to Lil Wayne or whatever. So you know that like whatever
Wayne-
it is.
Wayne-
Glad you said
Wayne
that,
should have been on
'cause
that song.
That's gonna pick up on one of my points.
Yeah,
But
because but so then that just goes to like it's all fresh. Like I highly doubt he freestyled something in 2021 and it's like okay, this is staying on the album. Like you know
Right.
what I mean? So I think it is all
There
pretty
are only a couple of
relatively
tracks
recent.
that have been released before really we knew when the drop was coming. I think it was 2 tracks. That's it that we heard before. Everything else was brand new.
Which is impressive because everything Cardi does leaks. It seems like so
It does,
for him
yeah.
to have almost nothing.
It's like he posted shit
Yeah.
on Twitter.
But I think
Yeah.
there was only 2 songs that were out prior, actually released
Yeah.
prior, right? There was
it was like 2 or 3.
HB,
HB that one.
Yep.
And then
Jordan.
whichever
Evil Jordan, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jordan, Evil Jordan, yeah.
Yeah, but listen now, me, y'all already know I'm a Cardi fan, so obviously I'm gonna like it. But let me tell you why Cardi is a fucking genius. Cardi is a fucking genius because he hopped in the past and in the future. Let me tell you how he hopped in the past. What type of projects back in the day that would only get like 30 songs? It wouldn't be an album, right? It'd be a fucking mixtape. And also, what you know is about like Cardi new sound and this, that, and the third. He got that DJ on there.
Yeah.
So he gave you that old
That hip hop
mixtape type.
Was that
vibe.
drama at times? I thought I heard drama once or twice.
I think whoever.
It was like one of the first 5
I
tracks.
think whenever
I thought I
he
heard
yelled,
drama.
that nigga who be yelling Swamp, I think
Yeah.
that's his name. Swamp
Yeah.
Izzo or some shit
Yeah.
like that.
Not
that
him.
shit is fucking fire,
Yeah.
nigga. I swear to God. That
I
shit is
saw
so
I saw
fucking
Twitter
fire.
divided about that.
That shit
Yeah.
is fire. I'm glad he got that fucking, because that's like almost like a hype man. Like that's almost like a Lil Jon in a way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
for the
absolutely.
album. But I think that shit is fire. But how I feel like he hopped in the future though is like what he said with all the features. Like I peeped that Travis Scott was on there 3 times. I peeped that Kendrick was on there a couple times, and I don't really remember Lil Yachty be on there multiple times. But
Yeah, I think. Did you mean Uzi? Because I don't remember Yachty. I don't remember
I know
Yachty
Uzi
on it,
was on there.
but I know
I don't
Uzi was on there
remember.
twice,
Yeah.
right? I think.
I think so.
Yeah, so-
But that and then just the production obviously is just fucking insane. I think it's also crazy how like Evil Jordan came out almost a year ago and like motherfuckers got so hyped for how he like did the intro to that song and chopped it up and made it a whole
Yeah.
new type thing. Like, bro, that shit was fucking insane.
That's
Like,
what
It
I'm
wasn't so, and just real quick, just so we have it, because I messed up. Scott was on it 3 times. He was on Crush Philly and Charged Them. Oh, sorry, 4 times. Crush
Damn.
Philly, Charged Them Hoes, and Wake Up Filthy. Kendrick Lamar was on 3.
They were
Mojo
trying to get
Jojo,
Travis out of here.
Backdoor, and Good Credit.
on Twitter.
The Weeknd was on 1 with Rather Lie. Skepta was on 1 with Toxic. Future was on Charge Them Hoes a Fee and Trim.
Banger.
And then Uzi was on Jumpin', Twin Trim. And then Ty Dolla $ign and Young Thug were on We Need the Vibes
Yeah,
together.
yeah. No, I just want to quickly say, like, just off of your point before you continue to cook, is that that's again like another why I'll say like Cardi, rather than get up here and say this shit is ass, why I'll say it's not for me, because I can acknowledge the things that he does right. Like I talked about the features out like showing their ass. I also talked about the fact that like you brought up the way he transitions sequences. Like there is real like actual like artistry stuff happening in this project. It's not just what you would think like when you hear, you know, if you're an older hip hop enthusiast and you're like, you know, you're used to I went to the hat store today and I got myself a hat. Like
Lottie Dottie, Hills and Hills.
Like if you're used to that stuff, you're gonna listen to this and be like, what the fuck? But there is actual artistry happening. The way he sequences songs, you could tell was very well done. So there is actual artistry. That's why again, I'm never gonna trash this album. It's gonna be an album that I'll say not for me,
I
but
personally think this
respect
is
it.
Playboy Cardi's Yeezus. I think he in his Yeezus moment right now. Like he's really in a different bag right now. This motherfucker. Hey, listen, bro, listen. Whatever the DJ is he got on that bitch is fire, nigga. That shit is just crazy. Every time I hear that nigga yell, I just want to jump off my motherfucking ceiling, nigga. That shit, motherfucking
Yo,
crazy.
I think that's a weird, like, it's such an odd thing for me to hear, but I think that's a really good comparison because Yeezus was such a polarizing thing when Kanye dropped it because it was such a shift. But I kind of agree with that right there. I think that's the most apt description of it. It is Cardi and his Yeezus moment.
And one thing I like about Playboi Carti is that every album after his self-title is very experimental, and like when he deliver, it's never gonna be the last album. So you always got like something new to enjoy when you get Playboi Carti.
Which it was so interesting to me too, because the whole hype leading up to this, which has only been like 2 days, because we just found out that it was gonna drop like on Wednesday, and then Act came out and said, like, oh, it's all hits, no misses, and it's gonna be, because we all know that A Whole Lot of Red. The thing about it was, it took a while for people to really get to it. Like people were like, now they're like, okay, yeah, we like it now. Like, I mean, I know the pure Cardi fans were always like, yo, we rock with it from day one. But for everybody else, it did take a little while for people to be like, okay, I'm ready to adjust to this and like listen to this now.
It's crazy because that's how it was for me. It was the opposite for me because Dial It was the album. I'm like, it took me a while to like actually like start fucking with shit on there. But fucking Whole Lot of Red, Off Rip, that shit was a banger.
Right. And
How do you feel about this one? Because that was exactly what I wanted to ask you the question as the Cardi guy here. Like, do you think this is one that has to age well, or do you think it's because I've seen
this will age well, and we will be listen for one because you already know this gonna age well just off a Cardi stance alone. Like he literally had like 50 million plus listeners on Spotify over these last 5 years, not dropping shit at all. So it's like this shit's about to fucking age.
He about to get close to 80
telling
monthly listeners.
He gonna
get like 80
and I
monthly
think
listeners
that
off this.
the difference is Whole Lot of Red was the prelude to this, obviously, like not just because it was when it was dropped, but honestly, it felt like, okay, you listen to Whole Lot of Red, now you understand how to come into I Am Music, but also I Am Music to me feels like it's way more accessible, and I think I don't want to just say it's because of the features, but I do think the features kind of highlight that, like, yo, you got some big names on these songs.
Like when you
it's gonna be immediate.
A Whole Lot of Red. It was only 2 features on there too. Like the whole fucking album. Now on this one, he got like 5, 6 dudes. He got 3 of them on 3 different songs.
I mean, you got Kendrick. You got Kendrick right now. No matter what you feel about Kendrick, Drake, whatever, is a Super Bowl performing artist on 3 tracks. That's wild. Because we all know Kendrick don't step out unless he feels a need to say something.
Yeah, Kendrick started to turn the party up. I thought he was watching the party die. What's going on? I thought he was watching the party die.
No,
he turning up with the little niggas, the YNs.
Yeah, for real.
Everybody was saying that. Like Colstrom was saying that he not going away, and I was just like, man, bro, listen, I know Kendrick. That motherfucker always goes away. He always hides. I
was telling you that last time. I was like, you guys forget how many features this man do. Like, he'll go away for a year, but he will hop on. Kendrick will hop on some features for like some, honestly, and I'm not even joking when I say this, he hopped on a feature for a Norwegian R&B band that didn't pay him for the feature. He just did.
Yeah, it's true.
So, Quadrin.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like I said, look, I won't bash the album. I won't bash the album. I'm not running 1 through 30 again. I'm taking my favorites, moving on from it. That's how I feel about it. I just like Cardi, and I like Cardi in doses. I don't deny his electric ability when he comes on a track. But for me, like a whole Cardi album, the production's great. But it can't hold my interest other than the features. That's why I would say I probably honestly like this Cardi album the most. But that's because it was so feature heavy, and the features, like I said, they did their thing. So like
you only going 3 tracks that are hearing a feature on a song.
Yeah, which I think is good for Cardi for me.
I think Cardi might start turning into like almost a version of Ye to where
like the later Ye.
Yeah, like to where people like, nigga, you gotta put me on your next album type shit. Like,
I mean,
get me on that next album, please.
Shit.
If
yeah, because it gets perpetual play. Like it's always gonna be played always because his fan base, like you said, in 5 years, and you still got 50 million monthly listeners. So you know that's like a ticket to fucking stardom, basically.
What do you
know?
guys think this is doing first week before we move on?
250.
Man, I would say
It'd be so hard to make a guess.
I would say 250. If not, then higher. His
I'ma
fan base.
Yeah,
His fan base is crazy, dude. And one thing for sure is they gonna run that number.
Even with
Yeah,
the
for
delay,
sure.
I'm gonna go 3. I think 3.
I'll say 250.
I would probably say 3 too, because the whole thing about it too is Ack built it up, and Ack said Kendrick talking his shit on this album, so people were listening just to figure out, because they all
She
thought
didn't. It was a cool feature, but like
he didn't do
He
anything.
made Ag made it sound like it was like World War III. Like
He made a Relly reference. Everyone
Yeah.
about to make a Relly reference in 2025, but still,
and a Luka Doncic reference. Those are
Right.
coming.
those are both all of them coming. But still, all that anticipation, people were listening when at 12 o'clock. Like, okay, where especially too, which I think helped, is that Cardi didn't drop any features on the Spotify version of it, so you had to actually
Yeah, same with Apple. Yeah.
yeah, you had to look to see who was on what song.
I love when artists do that. By
which
the way,
makes
especially.
which makes it for him, it's smart, because that means people are actually sitting there listening. When it's 30 tracks, so it's an hour and a half album. People are listening to every track, trying to figure out, okay, pick out who's there, who do I hear, do I know who this is? That feature thing, without dropping them on the actual track list, it helps those listens.
Yeah, when you're a production and like sonic driven artist, those like hide the features is a blueprint.
Like, if I were
love when
Metro
Travis
Boomin,
does it. I love Metro would be a fucking
If Metro
that would
did
be a
that,
fantastic one.
it would be a great.
But Metro also now he's
He
probably
has
at the
a
point
Metro
where
song
he doesn't have to market himself like with the features.
I
But
think they're saying like him dropping the album. Not
like
listening.
not listing the features. I like
I
that.
see, yeah.
I like
Yeah,
that. It
Metro
adds
Boomin just
excitement.
dropped an album and just said these are all Metro Boomin tracks. We all know it's all features.
I like it for albums that I want to listen to. I don't like it for albums that I don't want to listen to, and I just want to get to the features. But
Yeah, but that's
this
the
one,
thing, though.
yeah, but that's what it
But
makes you listen to the whole thing.
It makes you listen, because if you're gonna try to be the person who's like, yo, I'm gonna be the one to hear my favorite rapper at 12 o'clock at night when this thing drops, guess what? You're gonna have to listen to everything.
You have to listen to the whole.
And
shit,
and all them streaming numbers add up.
Absolutely. Like I said, I think
Yeah.
he's going to do like
I
80
think 3.
monthly million.
Because
Yeah,
then
I think-
usually
I
after
think
the
he goes-
first week they'll put they'll list the features after that. You know what I mean?
I just think with how I look at 250. 250 is nothing to sneeze at, by the way. I don't know what I'm bullshitting because I don't remember what Whole Lotta Red did. So I'm
100K.
just 100K. Wow. So maybe I am a little high on 3, but I just feel like
I think the base has grown even more though. In the past
yeah,
5
and I
years.
feel like, dude, like the reaction channels and everything are going up. Ak even said it on his stream that this was the highest stream he had post beef.
He wasn't even on the stream. I was on the stream earlier. All it was just a chair.
So let me ask you, Bert. You think,
I swear to God,
It
it was
wasn't
a
even.
chair.
He wasn't even
Bertie, you
Whole
think this
time.
going album of the year?
I'm not gonna make the joke.
Album of the year?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. 110%.
No, without a doubt, this is going to be at least commercially like one of the 3 or 4 biggest releases, inarguable.
The only
However you feel
the
about it.
only album that can drop this year that's obviously gonna be anticipated is Drake.
Yeah.
Now, here's a question I have for you, and I know it's kind of a different thing outside of just album of the year, but I want to kind of piggyback off that. Do you think it's going to be nominated for a Grammy? Because you know that's a whole different beast.
I don't know. I'm not really a
Yeah.
Grammy follower to, you know what I'm saying?
He hasn't gotten nominated, right?
He's never been nominated. That I know of. I mean, I may be wrong. I'm sorry. He may be
I don't
nominated
really
on a
see-
feature.
I'd have to look at the album cycle.
I don't really see-
the Grammy cycle where
Because,
we're
I mean, Freddie Gibbs got nominated for a Grammy at one point. So I'm like, it could happen. This, to me, and that's why I was asking, because I'm thinking from my personal
Yeah.
side of it, I think this actually could be the album that gets him
Yeah,
nominated.
dude, there was a lot of like Spotify was like, "Hey, make sure you listen to this." Yeah, there was a lot of push. I'm with you. You know what? I'll ride that. I think pause. I think Graham. I think Graham. That was crazy. I think Playboi Carti will get a Grammy nomination off this album. I think.
agree.
I'd agree with that as well, man. That's a
I agree.
I wouldn't be
Pretty good take.
surprised.
That's
I think this is the one that gets him his Grammy.
because
Actually, I
whole
kinda-
lot
does he
of
submit?
red like
Does he submit them though?
His record label.
yeah.
With the break-
but
okay.
but like whole lot of red was like there was still that like crowd of people that was like at least in like the media music space that was like kind of like, okay, yeah, like we know he's got like a following, but those
It was
numbers
too experimental.
those numbers those like they solidified like, oh yeah,
I
this
think
guy's got
I
the
think the problem
base.
around that time is that he was being so compared to Uzi, and Uzi was just.
It was a whole.
He was on a different level.
He was in that
And
same
now
bucket as
Uzi's down.
Now
Uzi. Even
Uzi-
Yachty was part of that
Now,
same
now
bucket.
they swap spots.
Yeah,
Like
Uzi's
Cardi,
down, he's up.
Cardi
Yeah.
been silent and built up the most craziest clout you will ever see in your entire life.
Yo,
From any artist,
And that's what I'm
ever.
saying. In all honesty,
Ever.
because Chris, I feel like I'm kind of between the two of you, where I'm just like, it's not necessarily 100% my vibe all the time, but I also still rock with the album, and I do think that this is going to be the one that gets him the
I think
nom
this is breakout.
for Grammy or for the rap album of the year. I don't know what's going to come out in the next couple of months, but I can tell you this much: I think this is going to be one of them top contenders.
Well, it shows how much like influence he has over, you know, the game in general too. Like I said, I guarantee you're going to see a lot of people try and mimic this in the next coming 6 months or whatever, because he really does have a tendency to set that trend of like what's going to happen next with hip hop type of thing. It's like he started doing all the rock star shit. Now everyone's sampling fucking rock shit. You know what I mean? Like that's so
Underrated part of it was him doing features with baby voice that now all these other rappers try to emulate as well when
Yeah.
they do features.
and they're just. I mean, and most of the time it turns out not as good. But
Oh, it's,
you know what
it's
I mean?
nowhere near as good.
And that's another thing with Cardi too that I find interesting, because like you were like, it's always a different era every album, you know, that he comes out with, and it's like I remember listening to him in 2015, and that Playboy Cardi to this Playboy Cardi 10 years later is two completely different. If you listen to two songs next to each other, you wouldn't even think they're the same fucking artist at this point. You know what I mean?
but again,
Nah,
who would
I never
expect
thought-
it?
I never thought he would transition like this.
No.
But me finding out he was from Atlanta, it just always makes sense that he was gonna go in
Oh,
this direction.
that's
Yeah.
one of my favorite too. The outro, Southside from Atlanta or something like that.
Yeah.
I forget,
South Atlanta Baby, I think
South
it's
Atlanta
called.
baby. Yeah, that one's fucking tough.
Honestly, I think this is like his worst intro, but the outro.
The outro
Yeah,
was fucking
the intro
tough.
was a little.
Well, yeah,
I ain't
because
like
long,
the
long
intro.
time is just too tough.
Well, long time. I don't think Cardi's gonna make a better intro
Yeah,
than that.
no,
honestly.
that's honestly a really
My
tough
favorite
one.
intro is Rockstar made.
Nah, I still gotta take long time though.
Yeah, a long time is my shit.
Rockstar made it too hard.
All right. Other things that dropped, we'll skim through quickly because I know this was Cardi was the big thing. But Mine put out a single. I thought that was dope. Currency and Harry Fraud put out a little record.
Shout out to Currency, one of the hardest. You talk about
Babyface Ray was on there. Fucking
one of the hardest
Dave East.
working men. One of the hardest working men in the industry. There's a point where Currency had done a mixtape, which was like no less than 10 songs every month of the year.
Yeah. No.
And it was
he's a
no,
different
it was
beast.
like some of the songs weren't as great as the highs, but there were no misses. That's impressive.
Yeah, he's just a very consistent artist. And I enjoyed the features. He had Conway on here. He had, like I said, Dave East did his
He had a
thing.
Wiz one on there too.
Yeah, he had a Wiz one on there. He had Babyface Ray and Styles P. That was a very interesting collaboration. I thought that record turned out fire.
I love Currency. He's just been too mellow for too fucking long.
Yeah.
Currency.
be
Don't
in
you
a
ever
vibe.
get mad about some shit? Like, come on, bro.
Hey, man, bro. I want to
so
hear this guy
true,
yell
dog.
one time.
That's
One
so
nigga
true.
been on the same note his entire career.
Raise your voice one time.
Motherfuckers' windows have been down since 2012, bro. I swear to God.
Let me tell you though, Currency is exactly what happened if Wiz Khalifa decided not to go pop. Currency and Wiz were on the same fucking level.
Yeah, that and Dom
Wiz
Kennedy.
decided to like get that pop money,
I like
and
that
Currency
tape.
said, "Nah,
It
I'm
was
good.
That whole,
I'm happy."
That whole clique, it was like Wiz Khalifa, Dom Kennedy, Burner, Currency, like they were all kind of on the same type of like West Coast shit. Which I do just want to shout out. I don't know if you guys have seen the Wiz Khalifa snippets lately.
Oh,
but,
dude, he's
yo,
been
Wiz been putting
he's
in
been
work.
snapping.
Wiz
It's
been
crazy.
snapping.
Cloud,
rapping.
squabble up. Yeah, no, he needs
Wiz
to
is
keep doing that.
Wiz has actually been taking it back to some old school stuff because he's been actually rapping over other current beats like it's
should
the
do Give Me a
90s,
Hug.
2000s.
He should do Give Me a Hug.
It's
Or Nokia.
It's something about this little era we got coming in that's for the real 2005 mixtape era.
Yeah.
Ah man, it's the best.
It's
we
something in
bringing
the
back
air.
Jet Life. We bringing back Jet Life.
Damn,
We
Jet
need
Life's,
the
that's a crazy
DJs.
pull.
We need the DJs to get the yelling in the mic. We need them to start.
DJ
We need
drama.
them to start the track over 5 times minimum.
Yeah, no, yeah, you gotta run that bitch.
Minimum.
You
Run
can't.
that
The
bitch
song
back.
can't actually start
I
until
don't
at
think
least
nobody-
a minute in.
I don't think nobody ran the track back since Nicki Minaj Itty Bitty Piggy.
The BB King with Drake.
Oh,
and-
yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
so
yeah.
tough. That was so tough when he was just like he ran that back. And it's just, the blues is now kicking. Dude,
Yeah, that's
by
one
the
of
time
his
that shit
hardest
actually
verses.
dropped, I knew that song on first listen. I knew that intro word for word because it was just like Khaled ran that shit back like 4 times. No, that was dope. So yeah, those were kind of like the big releases. Freddie Gibbs also teased a song that he didn't drop, dissing J. Cole, but we'll save that for when he actually drops it because he's for sure gonna drop it.
Bro,
at some point.
I swear, Freddie Gibbs he gets clowned on so fucking hard on the internet, bro.
Well,
That's
I mean,
crazy.
dog.
Yeah, atrocious.
Between his baby mamas and the
baby mamas.
and
You
the
see
ass,
pipe
and the
down.
You see
asshole
with the
stuff.
With
plunger?
the plunger on her fucking head, dog.
No.
What are you talking about? Why are you doing this? Why you get her pregnant?
On her bald head, plunger like
Dog.
this.
Ah, man, you gotta fight that nigga.
That's war.
Fuck fight, bro.
mean,
you
you
gotta
gotta
shoot him.
that nigga, bro, for real. You gotta go see him, bro.
I mean,
Oh my god.
Freddie Gibbs ain't been the
crazy.
same since he tried to show a whole
That's what I'm
picture.
saying, yeah.
Yeah,
to the
don't
whole-
even remind me. I was mad as hell. I seen that shit on my timeline. I blocked that.
That
nigga.
that was some. That
I
was
didn't even post it.
no one wanted to see that part of Gary, Indiana.
Yo, man.
All right, man.
He just be seeming like a goofy. I ain't gonna lie. He be seeming real goofy.
Yeah, he's
That's
so
why I can't.
he's cold though.
Listen, that's
cool.
that's what I'm saying. That's what's crazy because like I didn't hear about Freddie Gibbs until he started getting hoes. So it's like I came in at the wrong time because it ain't no going back for me.
Apparently-
like, it's no going back. I'm
Apparently,
sorry.
with the picture shown online, you weren't the first one that came in at the wrong time.
Yeah,
Dog, Jesus Christ.
that's insane.
All right. Let's do the Drake topic. Let's get it out the way because I don't think this was a long one. I think the other one was spicy, bro. The internet's divided on this Doechii stuff, so we gonna get to. And I got something to say when it comes to Doechii. But
I do too.
Drake's IG post basically it was cryptic. You know, it was saying some shit, and he said, you know, this next chapter is about honesty and clarity. And I'm not gonna read the whole thing. One, because I don't have it in front of me, and two, because I don't. Yeah, nobody cares to watch somebody read something,
Right.
especially somebody that struggles with reading like me. But you don't wanna,
It's okay, buddy. Just try your best.
it's
Sound them out. Sound
one
them
word
out.
at one word at a
Sound
time.
them out.
One word at a time.
And the cow goes, ooh.
You ever see this? You ever see that that Family Guy Family Guy episode where Peter was like reading a book. He opens a book and he's like, Lois, what's this word? What's this word? And like she
Yeah,
like
I
reads
saw
the whole
this.
sentence. He's like, wow, reading's fun. Like she's like,
The crazy thing
literally
is,
just
he
pointing
read it.
word to word.
He told her to read the whole thing, and he's like, "Wow, hey Lois, did you know that?" And he read the whole fucking sentence. And I'm like, "Bro, you're ignorant."
That's fucking that's me. But no, look, this whole thing, I'm gonna be honest, because everybody's like cryptic about like, oh, what's this mean? Is this round 2 with Kendrick? Blah blah. You know, there's always gonna be that thing. This shit was a love letter to Lucian, dog. This shit was a love letter to his man Lucian Grange. That was 100% it. Because who's the text at the end that he says he isn't responding to? He made it sound like Drake. He's always got to make it sound like it's about a girl, even when it's not. And he was like, for the text I'm not responding to. And I'm like, okay, who's the text you're not responding to? Because that right there, it's gonna disqualify what they want it to be. They want it to be the Kendrick. They want it to be the Cole. Whatever. It's gonna be Lucian Grange because look, these two reached unparalleled success together. I have no doubts in my mind that this whole UMG thing that's going on has the fact that what are you doing?
I was trying to find the actual text. I was going to read.
Okay, no, you're good. But they reached unparalleled success together, Lucian Grange and Drake. So, to me, look, if you achieve any amount of success like that with somebody of that nature, you're going to just like, you know, like man, we've been through it together. We made it together. Lucian is Drake's baby. So like, I just feel like that's what this is about, and I'm honestly here for it because, look, either way, I'm right. This sounds like
Wow. Okay.
Damn.
Well, damn.
either I'm right about this being Lucian Grange, or I'm right about the fact that we are getting a very good Drake album coming. We are getting an amazing Drake album that we will all love and champion. I want this. My expectation is this album got to rival 2013 to 2016 era Drake. It's got to, and I think it will. I think he's locked in. I think he's motivated. I buy into the cryptic part
Are
of
you
it.
locked in? Are you my friend?
Listen, Lucian, he's going to fix that relationship with Lucian. I'm telling you, that's what this is about. That's 100% what this is about. So if we want to play the theory game of who it's about, I'm putting all my money in on Lucian. If we want to just talk about does this excite you for the Drake album, I think the answer should be an obvious yes. Because I think if you want anything from Drake right now, you want honesty, you want clarity. And sounds like that's what he's going to give us. But he also said that For All the Dogs was for his day ones, and that shit was dookie. So he could be capping, but I'm going to choose to buy him this time. I'm buying the Drake stock right now.
You know, I grew up non-confrontational and always treated the game as a sport when my pin won gold. But these days, the podium has been hard for all of us to ignore. I understand the next chapter may leave you feeling uneasy, but I hope you see my honesty as clarity, not charity, and those answers to some questions, especially about the unanswered texts you've been sending me.
That's Lucian. That's Lucian, dog. 100%.
Well, that's not Lucian. You are wrong. But
Who's it? Who is it then?
I don't know who it is. This is where I was about to go.
It ain't
It's
a girl.
not Lucian. You are wrong. It's a fact.
Listen. If the one thing, listen, I love Drake to death. You already know, like Drake fan, big Drake fan, whatever. But one thing we was on Kendrick about is all this cryptic shit he be doing. That Drake always gotta hop on Instagram and do some shit like this. Like, bro, we ain't trying to decipher this shit neither. This is not what we here for. Tell me what the fuck you talking about, so we can either A, help, or B, just sit back and watch. But I mean, I don't think we got no choice but to sit back and watch at this point. But I hate all that cryptic shit that be going on.
Yeah, the
bro.
crypt mysterious ass shit.
Bro.
I was gonna say that's a callback to Cardi. Cardi's the only one who's allowed to be mysterious and shit. Everyone else,
Literally.
just fucking say what you're talking about,
That's
dog. I'm over
that's
it.
because when Cardi do mysterious shit, we don't actually take him serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it's Cardi.
so?
It's Cardi.
think a
It's
few
a whole
people-
bunch of symbols, letters.
Yeah.
all
I think
that
the
shit.
majority of people don't take
Yeah,
Cardi
all that shit,
seriously.
yeah.
The majority of people don't take him seriously, but I think there's a small percentage that take him way
It
too
probably
serious.
is. It probably is. I wouldn't be surprised.
And I think those are the crash out ones.
Listen, it really be some crazy fans. Are listen, this one girl told me, bro. She told me she worked at a mental hospital, right?
Oh man,
And she
sorry.
said that one of her patients, that in his head, the person that's talking to him is the Stan voice of Eminem,
Hell yeah.
and he can't get it out of his head.
Dear
And
Slim?
I just be thinking like, bro, like you dead ass, like.
Hello, Miss Hans.
Is that really
call
what
her
it
right
sound
my
like? Like it
fans.
don't change at
You a
all.
bit-
My voices be changing in my head, like depending on who it is. Like you know,
Shit,
Chris
I wa-
might text me.
I woke up.
This is
I
Chris talking
I
in
woke
my
up.
head,
I
like, you
woke
know
up
what I'm saying?
Spanish yesterday. Yeah,
You would
for
be,
real.
would be
got
absolutely
other voices
no
in your
help to
head,
that
bro?
person. You'd
Bro,
be
I
like,
hear all
you'd be
types
like,
of
are you
voices.
serious?
No, I'm saying like my voice don't ever just stay like one voice. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
if
Like,
I'm reading a
especially
text
if
from
I'm
somebody,
reading
I
something.
read it in their voice.
Yeah, I read it
Oh,
in
okay,
their
I
voice.
got you. I got you.
I think that's normal, by the way.
Yeah, so I don't just hear like, "Dear Slim," like nah, like I don't be just hearing one voice, bro. Nah.
No, it is funny because like real shit, people do. I've noticed like people text how they talk. Like you could like
Yeah,
really
I'm a
pull
big-
it. You could really pull it apart.
big
This
on
is
that.
exactly
Yeah,
how.
you can tell I text how I talk.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah. No, that's literally that's my thing. Like if somebody doesn't know me, you can definitely misinterpret my text crazy because I text exactly how I talk. Like it's bull. It's flat. But
Yo, Bryce just showed his age. He just said he texts to talk.
Oh,
He
do you
does
do
the
that?
time to text thing.
I'm the oldest motherfucker. Listen, I'm the oldest man here, so I don't care.
Do you do that in public?
ha, take that.
Let me tell you something.
Take that from middle age.
I'm lazy as shit.
You in the middle of Walmart, like, I'll have that report in 2 minutes.
First off, you ain't catching my ass in Walmart.
All right.
I come from a
I'll
Target
go.
family.
That's worse.
That's way
I don't know
better.
about
That's
worse. That.
Yeah,
It's the same thing. You just eating popcorn while you
Somebody,
do it.
somebody did
You're not
Target,
doing your
Target's
culture
not
of service
cool
by
right
going
now.
to Target, brother. We
Target's
talked
not
about
cool
this
right
last
now.
time.
I ain't trying to
Like
get shot by the
when Giannis
baby.
wore Gucci.
I ain't trying to get shot by the baby, all right? I ain't going to Walmart.
Listen, if you trying to pay $4 more for eggs, hey, listen, there's no problem. You can go and do that.
Hey, Kroger
Hey,
got them bitches for
no,
$9
that
now,
shit.
too.
That
We're
shit's
all
like
cooked.
that. You saying you're shopping at Target is like when Giannis wore the Gucci at NBA All Star Weekend when everybody was like, "Hey, bro, come on." Nobody told this family not that. Nobody told them
Who left him out, bro?
What was that? Kyrie?
because they were like all
that's New Balance.
they were all protesting Gucci, and everybody was like, "Oh, they're unfair. They mistreat
you
black
talking
people
about
and all that." Yeah, no, it was.
I'm talking about him.
Oh yeah.
Kawhi.
But
yeah,
but no, when he did the Gucci thing, everybody was like, damn. Everybody was like, damn, bro. Nobody got the memo to Giannis.
That man got, they had to change some languages 3 times. They got to get through random time zones. He didn't get the memos. I'm showing you the Drake thing
yeah.
for the pictures.
Oh yeah, because I was like, ain't no way I said I struggled to read, and you were just giving me here for shits and giggles. Go read this shit again.
Well,
What is the pills thing? Yeah, that's the other thing.
So that's Zofran that's meant to stop nausea mainly
This is why we got him.
for cancer patients. This is what you guys bring me in here for. I'm trying to break this shit down for
Is this
you.
a new Ozempic?
Yeah, we
No,
got
it's
the
mainly for
human
cancer
library
patients.
over here.
It's helping if you have nausea or indigestion type shit.
So he's saying Lucian got cancer. Damn.
Or he's pregnant.
One of two. One of two things.
Going with the latter.
I'm going with the latter.
All right.
There's also Daniel Day-Lewis in a movie here. That's this quote
Yeah.
right here. So again,
Who was that?
Daniel Day-Lewis.
How you know who that is?
I know shit, bro. Like what the fuck? I host trivia. What the fuck
You know it too fucking much.
He's an actor.
Hey,
I mean,
bro. After that trivia question, bro, ain't nothing he don't know.
He lost me with
he
that
got
one.
it. He got
He
it.
lost me with that one.
I know shit, motherfucker.
You know too much fucking shit.
That's why we got him, bro. Like
But-
on the JVP, like this is our mark. This is our mark,
I
bro.
would not be surprised if he just randomly started breaking out Mandarin and just talking all types of Chinese and shit.
You mean how you see? No, I'm kidding. I'm just making that shit up. I'm making that shit up.
Don't get
ass.
Nah, hey, that's what makes the Incredible Bam a good trivia host, though.
Goddamn right. Incredible Bam trivia.
Shout
Yes,
out.
sir. Come show love.
Let's go with this because this is a hot topic. I've seen like everybody talk about
To me.
industry plant Dochi.
Oh, well, okay, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about the Drake thing.
Oh no! Did you want to have?
The only thing I was gonna say on Drake is it seems like with all the pictures, all the Daniel Day-Lewis thing about there's a movie's about Daniel Day-Lewis falling in love with a French maid and all this shit. I think what Drake is trying to say is that he's just trying to get back to party music. I think that's what the end all be all is. I don't know if it's necessarily to his old manager or trying to get back. All I know is it's kind of like we heard at the end of Sexy Songs. I'm just trying to get back to the fun. I think that Drake is
the party lit.
Yeah, I think he's trying to move past all the beef stuff.
Which he should.
I think he's honestly just trying to get to a point where he's like, yo, I'm gonna make fun music for everybody again.
Give me 2 records where you talk tough about the beef, and then keep the rest party, and I'm good. I'm good. That's all I want.
Honestly, I don't think that anyone would be mad if, and even Drake fan, I don't think that anyone's gonna be mad if he's like, okay, we're moving, like what happened with Pusha T. We moved past this chapter. I'm still a big artist. I'm gonna drop some fucking heaters, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't think nobody needs to say nothing anymore.
Yeah.
I'm done dissecting fucking.
I'm a vegetarian.
I'm a vegetarian.
Vegetarian.
You going vegan to the
fact,
beef.
I hope he doesn't say anything, honestly.
All right, industry plant Dochi. So she and this last week released a song last week that is doing very well. That's doing so well that's going to chart twice on the Billboard.
Anxiety.
And then Anxiety. She won Woman of the Year, and she was brought out by Lauryn Hill. And so, Twitter, because I want to make it clear. The way Twitter talks about hip hop is not general consensus. It is very much like there is like 3 to 4 different opinions you're gonna find on Twitter, and whatever your algorithm leads you to is the one that you're gonna hear consistently, and then you're gonna maybe hear the opposing. Yeah, it's an echo chamber, but Twitter was in a frenzy about it, and everybody is talking about the idea: is Doechii an industry plant? I don't want to get too deep into the specifics of like what is an industry plant, blah blah blah, or who's been an industry plant. I just want the room to just state their opinion on it, because we've kind of flirted around these topics, we tiptoed with it. Let's just have this and move on. Do you guys think that Doechii's incredible rise to success, where she's getting all these accolades, she's Grammy winning, one Woman of the Year, Lauryn Hill bringing her out, all of this stuff, like, do you think she is an industry plant, or do you think that this is something else? Whoever wants to take the mic.
I mean, I'll jump in and say I do not think that at all. I think that if anything, the Lauryn Hill thing should give it credibility that that's not the case, because I'm sorry, I didn't hear about Lauryn Hill being an industry plant back in the day like that. Yeah. And the fact is, Lauryn Hill's non-show up ass, if she's bringing you out
late to the party,
she's not gonna be trying to shill for any industry stuff, because she can't even shill for her own tour date times.
Is this like some take one or no one type shit? Like it got to be an industry plant to acknowledge an industry plant, or?
I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily the case, but I feel like if they're an industry plant, then that means that they're gonna try to put you on some people, and Lauryn Hill is the last person they're gonna try to put you on to hang out with, because her ass don't show up when she need to actually show up.
And the industry don't like her.
Yeah,
the industry
does not like her. They're like, they tried to anoint her as the next like beacon, and then she said, "All right, great, I'm gonna release this one album, and then I'm never gonna show up on time again."
You'll never fucking hear from me.
Exactly.
Like, literally.
No, I think that Doechii is kind of that grassroots thing. Like a lot of us, like you as well, have been following her since she started. I think that sometimes timing really does mean everything, and for her, timing hit perfectly, and right now it's her moment. It's like SZA had her moment a couple years ago. Like sometimes it's your moment to shine, and if you take advantage of it, you do well. If you shy away from it, you may fumble a bag, but she's not fumbling the bag on this one. I think that she's taking advantage of everything that she's being offered and everything that's in front of her. I mean, I'm not trying to be like a homer for her, but I do say I think that that's just actually her hard work just showing off and being like rewarded in this case.
All right. Birdie or Isaiah?
Personally, I think I'm gonna just hold back on my comments. Personally, I want to see like where her stardom is when she drop her next project, and how people perceive it, and if people talking about it or whatnot. Yeah, I'm just leave it at that, because I don't really want to go too deep or just go too hard or just say anything too left. You know what I'm saying?
So what are you? Okay, so then let me ask then. So what are the things you're kind of paying attention to with her next release, and to give you whatever kind of opinion you're looking to solidify?
I just want to see how people about to perceive her next project, because like, don't get me wrong, Alligator Bites Never Healed, like, it was a good album or whatnot, but like the push, and I don't see the stardom matching. I don't see her music, like how big her music is, matching how I see people on a day-to-day talk about music in reality. You know what I'm saying? Talk about music. Like, I don't really hear her like get mentioned or nothing like that for real. So
I mean,
like,
I think that's fair.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, I'm just want to wait till the next album and see if like there's more, because like that's like kind of like her first breakout album. So like,
okay.
I mean, because outside of The Nile is a River, like a lot of us who listen to her know a bunch of her songs, but in terms of like the fact that she is as widely known as she is, there's not a lot of people who can name any of her other songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I can understand that.
Which is which is crazy because like Denial of the River being the hit is funny because that's that's not the song they originally pushed originally in terms of labels. But before I get into everything, where you at with it, Zay? How do you feel about Dochi's?
No, yeah.
I can bullet point this.
I was gonna say something, and I'm glad that I let Birdie go first because I actually, now that I actually was like sat and thought about it, I gotta say that's an amazing take that you said. I think we can't really judge if she is a industry plant or whatever until we actually get some more from her. I mean, this album obviously was great. We all loved it. We all heard it. You know, it's been getting great. It's been getting great feedback. And this one that she just dropped it's been doing numbers since it came out. I just think we need more from her before we can just sit here and judge her and be like, oh, she's industry planning or whatever, or she's for this person, she's for that people. I think we gotta hear more before we can at least sit there and judge her and say like, oh, you know, well, she's kind of industry planty or something like that. You know,
and I really don't think that she like industry plan because like I said, she already put in like hella work before. Mm-hmm. To me, in my mind, the industry plan is like this motherfucker just popped up on the scene, no resume, no nothing, just nothing. You hear
first
and
song,
your shit is just going crazy.
And I think there's a difference too that like a lot of people like because look, industry plant is a buzzword, just like in politics, it's a fucking buzzword. That's what it is. It's people throw anything that doesn't make sense to them. Industry plant. But there's a big difference between industry plant and industry push. Like the fact that the industry is standing behind her right now because here's an alternative black woman who's rising the ranks in the rap game. We like this. We like to see it. Let's stand behind it. As opposed to she popped up out of thin air. Nobody heard of her. She was on the street. Like, you know, like there's a big difference there. And I feel like that line gets fucking blurred with a lot of these social media fucking warriors. You know what I mean? Like,
and because one thing I was going to say too is I mean, I know that right now there's a thin line between like playlist, album, all this stuff. But Alligator Bites Never Heal was released as a mixtape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not released as her debut album. And where is she signed? TDE. So when you go back to Kendrick, we all started talking about Kendrick back in Section 80.
That was released as a mixtape.
There was an independent album, but it was not his debut album.
Yeah.
That's not, so she still has her chance to release her kind of like
I think
opus
she's
intro.
She's definitely though reached higher highs than Kendrick did pre-Good Kid. Yeah. Like this is like Section 80 was not Grammy winning and all of that. Like it was a very good buzz that led into the album, but that's why like
it was a hype album. It was like Incognito for, again, I don't know why I'm bringing up so much Ludacris now, but it was Incognito for Ludacris before he dropped Back for the First Time.
Yeah.
Same shit.
Look, Chris nailed it because there's a difference between planted and pushed. Yep. And I think really when you look at Doechii, what she is she's just lightning in a bottle. Like this situation is lightning in a bottle because she's a talented artist who had smaller moments. Again, there's people like me that have been championing her for 5+ years. And and like at the same time, there's also, you know, a very new audience. Like my girl and I went to go get Hobcat, and when we went there was a white girl with red hair rapping "Denial is a River" word for word, and I was like, oh yeah, this motherfucker, she's gone, she's popped, she's here. Mm-hmm. But like she has gotten pushed absolutely, but what got her here is a culmination of events. It got her with her great project that had buzz. Viral performances before her Grammy nomination. She did the Tiny Desk that blew up. She did the I always mix up the late nights. I don't know if it was Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, whatever, but she did that. And so like she did those. She was working her moments. And again, if she was an industry plant, her biggest charting song is "Denial is a River," which is not the song they pushed. They pushed Nissan Altima and Boom Bap. And what was the other one?
Top on the phone.
Yeah, like they pushed other records, and those records didn't work, but they took time. 11K sales first week, and so that is not industry plant stuff. Like she organically grew.
And let's talk about how technically sound the Yucky Bucky freestyle was, which was the first time a lot of people.
That was my
that-
Yucky Bucky fruitcake or whatever.
Yeah, like
that was the first song. That was the first one I heard by her, and I was like, oh,
the
this
way
shit is
that
hard
she
as
like
fuck.
started that, and you're like, okay, this is basic, and then she got complex. Like
And-
she hit
and what's
7 different flows in that
when
one song.
When that fucking beat switch came in, don't she? You forgot to take the chicken, bro. I was like, all right, this is it. This is
And
she,
so-
she got something here. Yeah, for real.
So all of that's happening, right? But what also amplified this was the historic beef and the connection. Like the 2024 battle made Kendrick, Drake, like those were two camps, Republicans, Democrats, however you want to look at it. It was very politicized, and Kendrick being pro TDE, being like made it clear that TDE was family, that built momentum for Doechii. And also the counterpoint of the people that were talking against her, of calling her an industry plant, also polarized her, because every single superstar that has ever reached that status is polarizing. For one way or another. Drake is polarizing. Kendrick's polarizing. Kanye's polarizing. Tupac's polarizing. Everybody that reached Eminem, every superstar is polarizing, and that made her polarized. That made her look that way. So it was a perfect combination of that, between her viral performances, her album generally building buzz with more exposure, and then TD doing what a label's fucking job is and saying, hey, there is something here. People are tapping into this. Let's funnel our money into this. And that is the push, not the plant. So Doechii is not a plant. She is being pushed by TD 100%. Whether I don't want to get into is every stream legit or not, whatever, because everybody does that shit. I'm not getting into that part, but she is absolutely getting pushed. But there's nothing wrong with pushing. That's literally the label's job.
That's the point.
That's why
that's the
you
whole point of
signed
the
to a
job.
fucking label, is to get pushed.
I honestly
You
think
signed a label because you can't reach this success on your own. You need help. Give me help. That is
I
what
gotta
a
say,
label's doing.
I think
and
the
TD's
only
doing a
reason
brilliant
why
job.
people are saying that she was an industry plant is because she kind of hurt a few people's feelings this past week.
Mm-hmm.
She hurt some niggas' feelings this week when she was on the Hot Ones interview.
Oh yeah, when she said like,
I haven't
straight
seen
men,
that yet,
straight
yeah.
men are
Yeah,
red
basically
flags.
she went on the Hot Ones
Oh,
interview and she
yeah,
said
yeah.
straight men are red flag, and a lot of niggas got their feelings hurt. But it's like
I do
bro,
think that was a little bit. That was a little bit of like, let me push this button because I know it'll be a talking point.
go
It
ahead
could
and
also
defend
be
it,
her.
Isaiah.
It could also
Go ahead.
it could also be her because look.
But why are y'all hurt? Why y'all feelings hurt about it though?
Oh, my feelings ain't hurt. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying,
She
like-
don't look good to me at all for me to even care about
Right.
what she's talking about.
But it's just a thing like.
Grabbing his glass.
Like, she
As a
really
straight
mid
male,
as hell,
I
for
could
real.
care less if Doechii thinks women are red
It's
flags.
weird to say though. That's weird. Like
Yeah.
in my opinion, I think that's weird.
No, she knew 100% what she was doing. She knew
Yeah, for
100%.
sure.
That was a
I could tell.
design. That was a design thing. And I'm not also saying both things can be true. That can also be her thing because she talked about in her records. She talked about like having the dude that she was with cheated on her with another dude. And she was like confused by it. Like she's talked about, like being into girls and stuff too. So like
No,
she likes
she's
strippers.
open-
She's got a girlfriend.
So
She's
she's
openly
she's-
bisexual.
Yeah.
So, like,
In that world,
I didn't think anything of
woman-
it because
yeah,
I don't give a shit.
right.
yeah,
no,
fuck
I
who
don't
you
give a
want to
shit.
fuck. It doesn't
If you
doesn't
want to
affect
get your
me.
back blown out by a nigga getting his back blown out, that's all on you. You know what I'm saying? That's your world.
That's gonna be the clip. That's
Some
gonna
human
be
centipede. No, man. Look.
So,
All I really got to say is that like what you like, bro. Like, Doechii still hard. I'm still gonna bump her, bro. Her thinking dude guys is red flags. It ain't got shit to do with her music.
Again, too, this is the playbook.
I mean, if
Be
Kalani said
polarizing.
the same shit, we wouldn't care.
Nobody would give a fuck.
If
No
who
one
said
would
the
give
same
a fuck.
shit? I'm sorry.
Kalani.
Oh, Kalani.
Because we all know that.
Wasn't she-
Because we all know
we
Kalani
wouldn't
can be
care if she
said that
bisexual
We
stuff?
wouldn't
too.
care because Kalani is irrelevant right now,
That's
as
facts,
opposed
too.
to Doechii.
That's facts too.
But one thing I was
That's-
gonna.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I was going on a separate thing. If you want to finish on the point about.
Nah, I was just
Hey,
saying.
Kyrie won.
That's one thing I
Kyrie
don't like
won.
that came with Doechii is all this feminist woke shit that's coming with her, like this, and that what's that shit called, the colorist
Colorism?
movement. Yeah, the
Colorism?
colorist movement, all that. I knew that shit was gonna get fucking annoying from the fucking start. As soon as I seen how dark her skin was, how talented she was, I'm like, oh yeah, Twitter is about to have a frenzy with this motherfucker.
Yeah. That's
Frenzy. I fucking hate Twitter sometimes, but that's still my favorite though.
I know. I hate it so much. But
We're
I'm
here
like,
for the bullshit.
Yeah, and my thing is like, what it is. I built this fucking city. You
But
can't take this shit away from
will-
me. I've been on this shit since 2009. You
Man.
can't take away what's my. Can't kick me out the band, motherfucker.
I will say, one Woman of the Year though, that was a stretch. Like I'm sorry. I know she achieved a lot. But Glorilla, come on, man. How do you look at Doechii and Glorilla and be like, yeah, Doechii had a phenomenal year. I love Doechii, but Glorilla had a fucking.
What was the Woman of the Year? What was the platform that it was? rated through? Like Vanity
was it
Fair or
Vogue?
something?
Vogue or Vanity Fair or something.
Yeah, like one of those.
that track
One of those. I just think of the Dave Chappelle joke where he said Caitlyn Jenner won Woman of the Year her first year, and he was like, think about that. Her first year, she beat all you bitches.
Well, I mean, to be fair, no. The Woman of the Year ranking was Billboard.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
it was.
So that does make a little more, yeah. Because then if it was like,
It still should be
It
Glorilla.
definitely should be Glorilla.
Glorilla charted way better than Doechii.
yeah, that's true. But
Yeah.
I mean, I just think it makes more like if it was like a random, but
So woman,
Vogue
the
or
woman
whatever.
Of the year,
And then it's like,
came
If
from
it was Vogue,
Billboard.
like I was thinking, like if it was
Billboard.
Vogue, I'd be like, I probably would have picked like Meg Thee Stallion or some shit. 'Cause
or
you know what I'm saying?
it doesn't have to be a rap.
Honestly,
it could
to
be
me,
a,
I thought
a
it would
woman
be-
CEO.
I
Somewhere,
honestly,
you know what I
the
mean?
thing
Like,
that surprised me, I thought it would, if they were naming someone, it would have been someone like Chappelle Roan or like, Sabrina Carpenter or some shit like that. Like,
Oh, they knew they couldn't pick Sabrina Carpenter. They knew they couldn't put their racism out on Front Street like that. They knew.
they knew that what they wanted to put out front though. Sabrina Carpenter is sitting pretty. But one thing I want to go back to real quick is while I do think that obviously being part of TDE helped her, I don't agree with you 100% on the fact that the beef helped propel her. Because I think that she was building her shit like Nissan Altima, if you guys remember, was part of her Swamp series. She was doing every Friday. She was doing that Lil Wayne mixtape shit that Kanye, when we liked him, the Good Fridays. Like, she was building her shit organically that way. She was dropping shit every week. Nissan Altima was the one that was like the single. Then Nissan Altima dropped. Then the beef happened. Then the album dropped. So I don't think that the album necessarily or the
100%.
mixtape had to do with the beef. I think that she was grinding because you know how TDE does their things. TDE always puts, they're like, yo, Isaiah Rashad, this is your time. Okay, Schoolboy Q, this is your time. Lance Skywalker, who we haven't heard from in a minute, this is your
Don't need
time.
to.
yeah, I'm
Don't
okay.
need to. But no, listen. Let me counter with one. Academics was fucking talking about it. Like she reached a different demographic, a different virality because of the beef, because Kendrick championed her, because SZA championed her, because she was very TDE and she was experiencing
First off,
success. Both
I
things
disagree.
are true. She's reaching
I also
success
don't-
on her own.
I don't believe anything. I don't believe half the shit Axe say to be
Okay,
clear.
okay, but Ack also has the biggest platform in hip hop, so like him saying it, whether he shits on it or
He also
praises
said
it.
that Cardi's album's gonna be all a full slaps, no misses. And let's be honest, that shit was 30 tracks long
Yeah, no.
and 17
Ack
hours.
has bad takes. It doesn't matter whether his takes are right or wrong. What matters is that a guy of that stature is talking about you. That is something that he's not talking about fucking Absol. He's not talking about like, he was talking consistently about Doechii. Like the fact that
I felt like he was talking about her in the realms of the beef though was because of him having a side on the beef.
But yes, again, I'm not arguing Ack's intentions, his validity, his opinion. I'm not supporting any of that. But I'm saying just the sheer mention. That's like if the Joe Budden podcast says today the rap cave sucks. Our numbers are going through the fucking roof. If Joe Budden says Chris Platty fucking sucks, that middle-aged podcaster don't know shit about rap, our shit's going up.
You mean that old ass white man?
Yeah, that old ass white man.
Right, man. But that's it's all publicity is good publicity. And
So my question for you is this:
It
though.
doesn't mean
Do
that-
you think that if the Kendrick Drake beef didn't happen this year, Doechii doesn't have the same year?
Yes.
No.
Yes, she
I
does.
believe she does.
No.
I no, she
wholeheartedly
doesn't.
believe she does.
I don't know how to answer that
doesn't.
question.
Because
Agreeing with that.
Doechii when she dropped that album, the spotlight was so fucking bright on TDE. You say anything about any of their artists for real, like it's like with, what's his name? What's the name that was on GNX? AZ.
AZ alike.
AZ.
AZ.
You see, he hopped on that. He hopped on that album, and when he tweeted, he said, "This nigga just changed my fucking life." You know what I'm saying? Like Kendrick had that moment where anything in the realm of Kendrick was.
But what did Kendrick do to? Because Kendrick actually ain't got shit with Doechii.
Well, he publicly supported.
He
Doechii.
literally posted her album on his Instagram story.
But he posted
what other
albums.
Instagram story has he posted even since then?
Nah, he doesn't
posted.
post a lot of shit.
He posted SZA. He posted a lot
Probably
of.
posted like Super Bowl shit.
Yeah,
shit like that.
SZA and Doechii.
Yeah, people that's in his
But
camp, in his realm.
Nissan Altima came out way. That's to me. That's when I first started like seeing
But you're
Doechii
not-
getting that
you're
grain. Nissan Altima came out before the beef shit happened.
Okay,
You're
so
not
do you
wrong.
think-
You're not wrong. Both things are true. She's building momentum organically, but this is taking her to another level.
I don't I mean, you guys listen. We can have a disagreement on this opinion, but to me, anybody I talk to about her doesn't even mention Kendrick or Drake or shit about that. When I have a conversation with my friends about
They ain't got to, because she's being talked about alone like herself, but she's a part of TDE. So like, whether
She now stands on her own, but there was conversations that were had where she was by proxy.
Guilty by association.
Or
I mean, if that were the case, then where the fuck Schoolboy Q fucking missed the bag then? Because Blue Lips was one of the best albums last year too.
Everyone
and he
in
did
TDE
not get that same push from that beef.
Schoolboy Q was already established. He
Then
already
where's
had a sound that everybody knows.
Then why
that
didn't Blue Lips
everybody's
get the
used
same
to.
bump?
Huh?
Then why didn't Blue Lips get the same bump?
Because
It
we
came out around
already
the same
used,
time.
we already used to this man. We've heard this man for the past 7, 8, 19. I don't know how long he been
and
rapping.
Kendrick didn't post his album. And,
Right,
and
Kendrick wasn't fucking with dog like that. He wasn't picking up the phone for Schoolboy Q.
But Schoolboy Q was in the fucking Not Like Us video.
the only
No, I don't
thing.
think he did.
I'm pretty sure he said Kendrick wasn't answering the phone.
Also, I mean,
On Drink
even
Champs,
though
on Drink Champs.
Nissan Altima was before the
Jokes,
beef, like
jokes.
Blue Lips was before the beef too.
Yep.
You said
Yeah.
Blue
Around the
Lips
same
before the
time.
beef?
It was.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was.
I
It
thought
was.
it was-
It was
in, like,
released more-
February.
It was
Yeah,
released more
February.
recently. Because I mean, Nissan Altima came out right around the same time. And that's
Right.
when Doechii
Again,
really got her fucking
that's-
thing.
that's
Katy
brilliant.
Perry, I think, did more for goddamn Doechii with her being on the single than anything else too. So like,
No.
Well, no,
Well, I don't know- I
that
don't know
does
about that,
again, like it takes.
that wasn't the beef for getting her on Katy Perry track.
You're right, but it takes everything to get to where she's at. You can't take one of those elements. You can't take Nissan Altima out of it. You can't take Katy Perry out of it.
Yeah,
You
I
can't
don't.
take
I
the
don't
beef
think.
out
I
of
don't.
it.
I would. But
everything
the way that
culminated
you had,
to this.
the way you had put it was like the beef was the reason. I would
No,
say that's
listen.
not
No,
100%.
no, I'm not.
The beef amplified it at least by 3 times. Wherever her
Whatever-
status is right now,
I
if
think
you
it's
divide it
less-
by 3. You divided by 3 if there was no beef.
But my thing
Not
is,
saying that she wasn't gonna be a star.
my thing is,
or
I think
not
you could
gonna
take
be
the beef
a
out of it,
rising
and she
star.
was still gonna be big. I don't think that the beef was the thing
I
that
don't
made
see
her.
it.
I don't call it definitive. If you want to say it helped her, I can agree with that. It does. Everything helps a little
Yeah,
bit. Like
right.
That's all. I'm
if she
saying.
go to a fucking Chick-fil-A and slap a bitch in the face, like that gonna help her a little bit, like Ariana Grande licking a donut. But at the same time, do I say that the Ariana Grande licking the donut is the reason that she's big? No. I think she can not do that and still be the same.
Right. Like I just think it amplified it. I ain't gonna say that's the main reason. I wasn't. I don't be listening to Doechii like that, and I wasn't listening to it like that before, so I don't know. But
So,
That was
I think
that's
definitely.
Ariana
I-
Grande
I-
licked a donut.
yeah, and it was like a big thing.
I
She
gotta
was
see
drunk
that.
and she
Yeah,
just
send me that video.
Send me that,
Continue.
send me that.
4K, please.
For research.
For research. For research.
4K. 4K.
We've been talking about Chris's research today.
It's not the type of licking you want.
Yeah.
You won't like it.
I'm just saying, I'm an intellectual.
It's not the Isaiah Rashad
Oh
licking.
my god.
Oh, no, hey, look, no. we don't need that type of looking.
Listen, I want one Doechii thing because we're all establishing like, look, and we're not the first podcast to say this. Now but like,
Oh, we aren't?
Yeah, no, Doechii is obviously very much on the trajectory for superstardom. So I got one question and one question only. Can she, if you want to put percentage on it, can she chance this thing? Can she just absolutely fucking crash the plane and
Yes.
burn and fucking burn this whole shit down? Because she is on a superstar trajectory.
I don't.
Remember, like, honestly, when I thought about her, I thought about her rise and where she's at and like the standing and like public approval she has. It really does rival Chance, where it's like she's just it. Like everybody is putting all their money on Doechii being the next big thing. This is Dogecoin. This is whatever you want to do. Like
As long as
whatever.
she doesn't get married, I think she'll
Yeah,
be all
like
right.
Clearly, they're no straight man.
what's the chance?
Yeah.
What's the chances that she chances this thing and she just fucks it up?
I think if shit go left for Doechii, it could partially be her fault. But I think the fan base that she has brought in, the basically the same as like the Kendrick Stans or whatever, these brainiac fucking smart ass motherfuckers. I think they the ones that's gonna end up burning the shit down
Theater
because
kids.
people are. I feel like people are getting tired of everybody thinking they so fucking smart and thinking they know everything and thinking that they know what you supposed to like and not supposed to like and this, that, and the third. And after a minute, it's just gonna get irritating. So I think if like her shit, if her bridge do burn, it's not gonna be on her specifically, somewhat.
I could see that. I could see either that type of thing, or I could see the fact that one thing about the biggest criticism about Alligator Bites Never Heal is the fact she was trying to sing, she was trying to rap, she was trying to do a little pop, she was trying to do a little too much, and it may come into a point where she's trying to appease too many people and not get to one core, which kind of what happened to Chance. Chance tried to go a little bit more like Chance
Yeah,
also.
he did try to go pop.
He did try to go pop. Chance had a lot of other things going on.
He tried to make a Disney album.
He did, but yeah, no, I'm not gonna say it's a 0% because I think any new artist can make a misstep, and right now in the way that the industry's set and the way that social media is, one misstep can mess up your whole rollout and timeline and career from that point. Look, I mean, you talk about Chance. You look about one thing that the baby said at a concert, and that man had not been able to recover. You can look at so many instances of like, yo, one misstep can really mess you up.
Cause like I honestly put her in that class of Chance, like where it's like they're pre-anointed. Like you look at Chance, you look at Cardi B. Who are some of the other people you throw in that? Lil Baby. Like she's like in that class of like she's reached that level of like foundational support.
And again, if you even talk about pop, there was a big time where it was like Katy Perry versus Taylor Swift. Katy Perry ain't released, apparently to the pop artists, a good album in the last two. Katy Perry basically irrelevant. People didn't even know Katy Perry released an album last year.
Yeah, people don't even like hearing from her anymore.
Right,
She is
so-
annoying, but
But again, that's the whole thing. Like, she was at the same level as Taylor Swift. There was like a legit beef. And
yeah,
now,
dude, if you go to fucking me and my brother were talking about that one day. Is like if you go to that Katy Perry album, whatever one in like 2009 that came out, bro. She had like 5 #1 hits on one album. Like it was crazy. It was fucking huge.
she was the same as Taylor Swift. And right now, Katy Perry just released an album last year, and nobody listened to it. So it ain't even about
Nobody
rap.
but Doechii
It's
fans.
you make a misstep, and you can really mess yourself up.
Yeah.
Career wise. When's the last time anybody? This is not a joke, but when's the last time anybody heard a single from Lil Nas X? The man had the #1 song in the country for 11 weeks in a row. When's the last time did anybody know he released an album or a new single like I think 2 weeks ago or something?
Nope.
Fair. Valid
I ain't gonna
point.
lie though, I used to love Katy Perry when I was little.
Katy.
I used to be
California girl.
California girls
I used to be shooting blanks.
I gotta say,
pictures
I always
on,
thought,
shooting blanks.
yikes.
Shooting blanks is crazy.
Yeah, her. I think
That's
actually,
old school. Rip a page
I
out the
think-
magazine, put it in your back pocket, take it home type shit.
Nah, listen, because I had to slide up
Kids these days,
Metro.
they don't know.
Oh,
so I
yeah.
can hop on Google.
Oh,
and just
yeah.
look at the images.
It was some
you know
slow
what I'm
ass internet, but you
Yeah,
can get
you
on
know
Google
what I'm
Images for sure.
saying? Titties was popping.
Everyone typed boobs into Google at one point, right?
I
Yes,
changed
but
my
nah.
stance. That's gonna be the thumbnail of the
first,
video.
I think actually the first time I ever busted a nut though was to Nicki Minaj.
Golly, dude.
Yeah. No kizzy.
No
No
kids.
kids.
Was it the Nicki Gucci thing, or was it just Nicki in general?
It was just Nicki.
Yeah.
I remember. It was just
With
Nicki.
her full squat with the
Bro,
lollipop and shit.
Nicki used to be wilding though, bro.
Yeah.
Man, titties used to be.
I
Plus,
was just scrolling through Twitter and
Bro, Nicki
you
used
know
to be
how
so
the
fucking
algorithm
bad.
be, bro. Like I was just scrolling and all of a sudden it was like throwback to old Nicki Minaj and it was just titties with like some like just how you know how Nicki used to be,
Crazy,
just something covering the nipple, just enough to cover what's explicit.
Yeah. She's
The
still
Nicki
good, though.
Minaj
She
when
looks
she
the
tried
same
to
pretty
do
much, honestly.
when she tried to
Just
do
a
the
little.
Little Kim hardcore thing where she was like squatting down with the lollipop.
Yeah. that
All right,
was
man.
rent free in a lot of minds.
Dochi. Start giving me in fucking trouble here. Dochi.
I don't know.
What's the chances she chances this shit, Zay?
Man, I don't know. Dochi's on. I feel like not like y'all was saying. I really like what y'all was saying. Dochi, she's on a very thin line, man. She's riding this incredible wave of like she has the potential to stardom, but like y'all was saying about she can't get too ahead of herself and try to explore too much because she'll lose a lot of her core audience who liked her when she put out the Yucky Blick freestyle and stuff like that. Like we like what we always been listening to, man. Sometimes when some of these
Can't
artists
go too far.
yeah, sometimes when these artists try to veer off and try and do something different, that's when you gonna mess it up.
Or
I
just say
do-
some dumb shit like Goldlink.
I do
Yup.
think she can also fuck her own shit up. She do just clearly like she like to say outrageous shit or rage bait motherfuckers or motherfucking.
Yeah, she just that's rage baiting.
You know what I'm saying?
But I
Like,
mean, look, if Doja Cat can survive, she'll
yeah,
be
but
all
no,
right.
we look at Doja Cat as a weird ass bitch already. Like this
You don't
bitch
think
weird as
you
hell.
think Dochi's not weird?
Dochi? She don't seem like in the realm of Doja Cat. No,
I think that Doja
Fair.
Cat has one advantage that when we talk about like can she chance herself that Dochi doesn't have, we all
She
kind
had
of
certified hits.
well, not even that. I think that we all just consider Doja Cat just a pop artist. Like we don't look at her.
I don't know, but she can rap her ass
She
off.
can
No, she
rap. No,
can.
she can
But
rap
we
her
look at
ass
her
off,
as pop.
but
That's
we
more of a
look
pop
at her
artist,
as a
yeah.
pop artist.
Yeah, that's-
like we
I agree.
look at
I agree.
Doechii right now as a female spitting rap artist. Even if she comes out and will put out a singing song, whatever that song with Kodak, Black Boys or whatever. Like she'll still do a pop song. But we look at Doechii like a rap artist. We look at Doja Cat like a pop artist. And pop artists can get away with some Justin Bieber bullshit and get away with a lot more. It took Katy Perry like 2 or 3 bad albums before everyone turned on her. Like you still can get away with some shit as a pop artist.
That's fair. That's fair. Big AP, close us out. What do you think? What do you think of Dochi's future?
I mean, I'm pretty much on the same tide as everybody else of like you just gotta wait and see where it goes. Right now, there's obviously a lot of buzz around here. Let's see where it goes. Like again, you see it. I mean, it's complete apples to oranges, but like an artist like Cardi, like he hasn't even been on social media or anywhere for the past 5 years, and all the buzz is still there. So it's like you got to see when it comes next time, when the next turn of events is that like if it holds up to what this is, you know what I mean, or if this is just a momentary lapse. So.
All right. Listen, gentlemen, that topic I'm going to save for its own. Shout out the person that made that video. I want to give him credit. I'm blanking on it. I watched the video. But this YouTuber put out an excellent video. I believe his name was Josh. Forgive me. But he put out a video of how we're in the theater rap era. And it was
Yeah,
fantastic.
I've seen that floating around.
Yeah,
a little
it's
bit,
fantastic. I want to do that just as a side quest. So we'll leave that for either next episode or a side quest. But thank you everybody tuning in to episode 52. I'm Chris Platty, aka Platty Pods, with my guys. I got Birdie, my co-host, as usual, holding it down. For Playboy Cardi, I am music, I am potting. I got my dog Bryce Be Nice, and I got Zay. Big AP on the ones and twos. Big shout out to him for all the production stuff that he does, the thumbnails, the everything that he does.
Yes,
if
sir.
you don't fuck with us, subscribe just off the strength of him and all the work I make him do. So shout out to you, man. For real, you hold this down.
brackets this week and shit.
You
Yeah.
hold this down. We got a lot of dope content coming at the Rap Cave Podcast. So make sure you're following us on all social medias as well. X, Instagram, TikTok, all of that. We'll catch you on the next episode next week.